What's going on, guys? Steve Pulaski coming back with another review, this time of The Place Beyond the Pines. This is going to be weird doing this video. Sorry, guys, I'm a little distracted. I'm doing it in a different angle. So, like, when I do these with my phone, so usually what happens is the back of the phone will face me, whereas now I'm looking at the screen, so I'm seeing myself. So you're going to get kind of a mirror image, I think. I don't know. I'm going to try this out, see how it works. And then this is good too because I can see the time as well in the corner. So anyway, though, I hope it doesn't get too distracting though if it looks like I'm in days or whatever. Anyway, Place Beyond the Pines, let's get to it. So basically what it's about is, and this is one of those weird plots to explain because it's like, you don't know when exactly the spoiler element sets in, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do what I can, and there shouldn't be a spoiler alert, I'll tell you right now. First off, the movie is a multi-generational triptych video, if you know what that means. Triptych is like you follow 3 specific vignettes, okay, that span over the course of time. So the first vignette involves Ryan Gosling, and he learns that he is fathered a son by Eva Mendes. And what winds up happening, though, is he quits his job as this carnival motorcycle stuntsman. And what winds up happening then is he tries to take care of his son. He has very good intentions, but the sad reality is that he's too little too late. The second vignette focuses on Bradley Cooper's cop character, and who has a very important run-in with Ryan Gosling in a very big event, which I'm not going to give away for you guys. But yeah, it shows how he is a father and what he does in his daily life, and kind of shows how the big event with Ryan Gosling, how that impacted him. And then the third vignette is Ryan Gosling's son and Bradley Cooper's son, and how they meet, and they sort of have this ill-fated relationship together. So that's what both movies are, or that's what all 3 vignettes are about. So on with the movie. How'd the movie fare? How was it? You know, how did it work out and everything? Honestly, I really like this movie. I think this is one of the finest American movies this year. It's got a very, and I've read this online too, it's got a very European style to it, like a very European, kind of that, like, new wave style to it, which I really like. It's by the director Derek, Cianfrance, I think you say, Cianfrance. He directed Blue Valentine, which is another Ryan Gosling movie that a lot of people regard highly. I haven't seen it, and I definitely want to now after seeing this one. But, yeah, I love the performances in this way. I fell in love with them instantly. Ryan Gosling, who I've only seen in one other movie, and that's The Ides of March. I haven't seen Drive, but I do hear that his performance is very similar to the one in this one. Bradley Cooper, who I love in about anything. I mean, if you could scratch Hangover Part 2, from what I've seen, this guy has like a perfect filmography. Even Hit and Run, which I wasn't a huge fan of Hit and Run, the Tom Arnold movie, but even though I wasn't a huge fan of it, I really liked it, and I really liked it for him, you know what I mean? He played a very weird, off-the-wall kind of character, and that really gave it leverage. Whereas, and I'm sorry, I'm just regarding how cool this is that I can see myself in this camera. God, man, I gotta get acquainted with technology more often. Anyway, I gotta leave my shell. Anyway, though, and then Eva Mendes, too, what I want to mention. I haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen any other Eva Mendes movies. I take that back. I did see Girl in Progress, which I couldn't stand, so let's write that one off. Eva Mendes, though, this could very well be her career-making performance, definitely. I could say that. And Ray Liotta don't be fooled by his top billing on the, on the poster. He's in the movie maybe about 5 minutes. Okay, which is kind of disappointing. I love Ray Liotta. The only other movie we've seen him in this year, or last year technically, was Killing Them Softly, which a lot of people, from what I understand, a lot of people liked it, and then a lot of people hated it. I'm one of those people in the middle, sort of leaning towards hate. I really didn't love the movie. I thought it was slow, methodical, boring. You can check out my review if you want. Interesting elements, but overall kind of fell flat. Though I will say, though, this one did remind me of Killing Them Softly. Even though Killing Them Softly was more fixated on the mob and their kind of culture, this one has, like, a similar look to it. Like, if you guys remember if you guys have seen Killing Them Softly, the cinematography in that movie was very clear. I think it was directed by Andrew Drobnik, I think his name was. He also directed the assassination of Robert E. Lee by the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert E. Lee. I think that's the title, at least. Anyway, so The thing about Killing Them Softly was it had very clear cinematography, and it was kind of seamy and gritty in different parts. It worked very well for that kind of a movie. Where, whatchamacallit, where Place Beyond the Pines features that same kind of cinematography. It's very gritty, it's kind of seamy in different parts, but it's also very good looking, which is what I really liked about it. It's also very, like, it's got this really weird atmosphere to it that's very engaging and very cool how they made this movie, and they gave it all these different kind of lens and focus. It is like the opening shot is a continuous long shot of the back of Ryan Gosling as he puts his clothes on, or his shirt on, and like his leather jacket as he walks throughout the carnival to get to the motorcycle, to get to this big metal ball where he hops on a motorcycle and then circles around it, completely defying gravity. The scene is very similar to the, what I equated it to at least, was the long shot in Goodfellas in the very, I think around the middle of the movie when they're walking throughout the restaurant. It totally reminded me of that shot, and it really shows, like, if you got that shot, you better, in that, like, ambition, you better have the material to back it up with, and Cianfrance doesn't pull any punches with this movie. It's a very well done movie. For more so than the performances, it's the overall encompassing theme of fatherhood, which really I loved in this movie, was that it shows that the circumstances of being a father, case in point, Ryan Gosling, I just blanked. Ryan Gosling in this movie too is outstanding, but you really see his predicament in this movie, whereas he has great intentions to be a father, but he's too little too late. And as we know, intentions are one thing and actual acts are another. So just having good intentions doesn't signify that you're a good father, is what the movie's trying to say. At least that's how I picked it up. Other example, Bradley Cooper, when he's trying to be a good father, you think that he's going to be a better father, but he kind of gets caught up in the heroic point in his life that even he doesn't wind up being that great of a father either. He's kind of neglecting and everything when he's under the better circumstances to be a good father. If you had a betting pool, all the bets would be on Bradley Cooper. But in the third vignette, you really see how their fatherhood might have crippled the children's lack of or fatherhood or lack thereof might have been crippled. And that's what the movie really takes off on, is that idea. Overall, though, I really love this movie. This is a really well done film. I mean, and honestly, though, it has ambition, but I think it's going to get, like, kind of sidelined with that ambition just for the fact of its storytelling, the way it's shot, and the way it handles these three different vignettes in this very unique, multi-generational movie. I mean, it's not as ambitious as if you say, like, Cloud Atlas or Tree of Life, but granted, Cloud Atlas spanned the course of, over 3 centuries, whereas, or multiple, I think more than 3 centuries, actually, whereas, not Cloud Atlas, Tree of Life, that was telling a very basic story, but then relating it to, like, creationism and the cosmos and everything. You know what I mean? It was going all the way back in time throughout all these different parts of history in order to tell this one basic Midwestern story. Where this movie, it's very it's got a good tonality to it, and it's very it comes together very well too. It gets a little flabby, a little weighty in the second half, but right around Cooper's story, it starts to drag a little bit. But overall, I mean, I definitely recommend this movie. I think it's in around maybe 500-600 theaters this weekend. If you can get out and see it, definitely check this movie out. It's one of the finest American-made films of the year. Anyway, though, so I'm going to give this movie, I'm losing my train of thought, guys, sorry, but I really like the way that I'm shooting this right now. I really do. I'm really, it seems clear, too. Maybe it's because I have the studio lights on and the lamp behind me on, but it really looks a lot clearer. But anyway, doing numbers, I'm going to give The Place Beyond the Pines a 3.5 out of 4. I thought about 3, but then I said, you know what, this movie deserves 3 out of 4, okay? 3.5 out of 4, I mean. My written review's already up because I'm shooting this later at night, so it's about 9 o'clock right now, so it's up right now. It's going to be in the link in the descriptions. Keep in mind that these videos serve only as a companion piece to my reviews. They're not my full opinion. If you want my full opinion, you need to read the written review, which is posted below. Tomorrow I will be seeing Danny Boyle's new film, Trance, which I'm very excited about. A couple buddies of mine were telling me how great it was and how I needed to see it. I was going to review Scary Movie 5 tomorrow, but I said, nah, screw it. I'm going for Trance. Go big or go home. Got to support the indie movies. I can see Scary Movie 5 when it comes to DVD anyway. And then next week I'm only going to see one movie, and I'm contemplating it's either going to be Disconnect or Pain and Gain. It's probably going to wind up being Pain and Gain because I'm interested in it. As you guys know, I is putting out the movie The Purge next month in May, so I'm looking forward to that as well. I cannot wait to see that movie. But yeah, Pain and Gain kind of looks a little weird, kind of a little weary of it, but it looks like a Bad Boys type movie, and Bad Boys is probably my favorite Michael Bay movie. That's not saying much, but it's my favorite Michael Bay movie. Anyway, though, guys, thanks for watching. Sub if you haven't. Let me know if you guys like this new video style. Like I said, I'm just trying to, it's going to be mirrored, you know what I mean? Because it's not usually the way I do it. Like I said, I usually have the camera, the back of the camera facing me, where now I'm like looking directly at myself while I'm filming. So let me know how this works, guys. I think I'm going to start doing this, though, because I really like this, because then I can see the time. I can tell if I'm going over time. I can tell if I'm rambling like I am now. But like I said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Sub if you haven't. Check out Place Beyond the Pines in case you forgot what you were watching this video for. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.